Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about how to look chic in the rainy autumn weather, which I think is perfect because it's been raining non-stop, at least in Denmark, for the past 3 weeks or so. I think we all need some tips on how to dress for this weather but still look chic and feel great at the same time. I made a video quite similar to this a couple of years back, but I thought I wanted to make a refreshed version, a new video with some of my best tips. I'm by no means an expert in this field, but I do live in Denmark, a country where it rains a lot all throughout the year. I'm also going to be keeping a eco-friendly and sustainable approach to all of these tips and all of the items that I'm going to show you in this video, because that is, after all, what my channel is mostly about. So let's just dig in. So I definitely say that one of the most important things and one of the best tips that I can give you is to invest in some really great long-lasting basics when it comes to practical wear. So I have a few items laid out on the floor here that I want to show you, and then I'm going to show you them styled up in the cutaways as well. And I'm also going to be making sure to find some similar eco-friendly alternatives, and I will link those for you guys down below. So do make sure to check out the description box after watching this video if you are keen on updating your practical wardrobe. So a few of these items that I'm about to show you, I've shared them countless times on my channel already. I also featured some of them in my autumn wardrobe staples video, but I thought, you know what, let's just feature them in this video as well, because I can't stress enough about how important I think these items are. So first of all, a good practical but chic raincoat is definitely something that you need in your practical wardrobe. In terms of sustainability, one thing you could obviously do is to buy one pre-loved. That's always an option if you can't find something from a sustainable brand that you like. I do have 2 raincoats from sustainable brands myself. One of them is one that I've had for a while, and then the other one is one that I recently received as a gift. So I thought I wanted to share this with you guys here as well. So the first one I want to show is this green coat right here. You've seen this many times on my channel. This is from a brand called Tretorn, which is a Swedish brand. It's from their Eco Essentials range, which means that it's made from recycled or regenerated fibers, basically. A lot of conventional raincoats are also treated with like really toxic, I think it's called fluorocarbons, and that's basically the finish that will keep the rain out. But in this range, they've stayed completely away from that. They've used some other more sustainable alternatives. So it's just a really great all-around sustainable produced piece, and it looks amazing. I would say definitely go for something in a khaki green color like this, or something that is timeless, something that you can love for many years. And I think that this color is obviously perfect for autumn, but it's actually great all throughout the year. And I just love this coat so much. Wear it almost on a daily basis when I'm out walking, this little guy in the background right here. And it's just been a lifesaver, especially during these 3 weeks where it's been raining nonstop. Especially because it's a bit longer, so I would say that's definitely something else to look for something that's a bit longer, because then you don't necessarily have to wear a pair of rain pants, which is just like the ultimate practical look. And they kind of take the chicness out of any look. So definitely if you invest in a raincoat that has a bit more length, you don't necessarily have to wear a pair of rain pants, because it will sort of protect your pants from getting wet, which is always nice. Then I have this one, which I know will definitely not be for everyone's taste, and I myself had to get used to it in the beginning as well. So it's from a brand called Mayam, which is from Amsterdam. I'm pretty sure this is made from recycled plastic. So again, something that is made in a sustainable way and an ethical way. It's a bit longer than the other one, and both of these are actually unisex. So they're made and designed to fit both men and women, which I think is amazing. So I actually got to choose one both for me and one for my husband Morten as well. So I chose the green one, similar to the green on my other raincoat that I just showed you. And then I thought, for me, I wanted to choose something that I didn't already have. I already have a green one myself, so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go all out, take the edgy, cool one in the black PVC. And I definitely feel very edgy and cool when I wear this. Bit more of a statement piece because of this black PVC. But if you like this kind of like edgy rock and roll style, and this might be the raincoat for you. I think it's definitely very cool. One final thing that I find super important when it comes to longer raincoats like these is the fact that they should have two-way zippers. And the reason why I think it's so important is because when you have to ride a bicycle, for example, it's really important that you're able to open the jacket just a bit from the bottom part so that you can actually move in the jacket, if that makes sense. So that's definitely something else that you should be on the lookout for, especially if you like to ride your bicycle or if you just use it a lot. So obviously a raincoat is completely water resistant. It will keep the rain out, it will keep you dry for many hours. If you want another version of a rain jacket or raincoat, that could be a trench coat that is water repellent, or maybe even like a parka that is water repellent. Those are both great basics, something that you can wear a lot throughout the year as well. I have my own trench coat from Everlane, which is water repellent. So the difference between being water repellent and water resistant is that water resistant means it keeps the water completely out, whereas water repellent means that the water will repel from the fabric, but at some point it will get through. So if you wear it for many hours, you will get wet at some point. So it will keep you dry for some time, but not for as long as the raincoat, if that makes sense. So if you want to look a bit more chic and a little less practical, then a trench coat or a parka could be another great solution for you. So let's move on to shoes, and obviously a pair of wellies are a must when you want to stay dry, if you want your feet to be kept dry. And I have a pair of boots here that I've featured a couple of times on my channel already. I also featured them in that video that I mentioned in the beginning that I made a couple of years back. So these are my wellies from the Danish brand called Jacobsen, which is a very well-known Danish brand, and they're very well known for especially this black boot with the white lace. They also make it in like a higher version, like a mid-calf version, and then a knee-high version. I picked this particular version, which I bought pre-loved, by the way, because I feel like a short boot like these, like an ankle boot like these, are a bit more wearable, especially if you're going to be walking a lot, or sometimes the knee-high version is kind of like not uncomfortable, but still kind of uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I definitely feel like there's something a bit more wearable about an ankle length version like these. Obviously, if you're going to be walking through very deep puddles, then these are not the most practical because water can actually get inside of the boots. But for days where you're going to be walking a lot, these are definitely great. I know that you can also get Chelsea boots that are actually wellies, so they look like a Chelsea boot, but they're actually wellies, which I think is so cool as well. So if you want something that looks even nicer and even more everyday like, then going for an option like that would definitely be a great alternative to these, because these obviously look practical. You can totally see that it's a wellie. So the next thing I want to mention is something I don't have myself, but it's something I've been thinking about for a long time. So it's investing in a practical kind of crossbody bag or a backpack or something like that in a material that is water resistant. So there's a brand called Grünberg, and I think I mentioned that in that other video that I made a couple of years back. But it's basically a sustainable bag company that makes bags in this, kind of like a raincoat material, like a very thick and durable raincoat material, and it's made in recycled materials as well. Just a really cool and kind of sporty kind of bag, and it will keep the water out. It will keep all of your belongings that you have inside of the bag safe. This next one is probably somewhat of a no-brainer, and I probably don't even need to mention it, but an umbrella that is foldable that you can put inside of your bag is definitely a great thing to invest in as well. If you guys know any sustainable umbrella companies, which is something I don't really know, we have a couple of foldable umbrellas in our collection that we've picked up from like random grocery stores if we've been out and about. But if you know any brands that make durable and high quality umbrellas that are also sustainably made, definitely write them down below. That's something that I don't know anything about, but especially if it's kind of like unsteady weather that it often is during autumn or spring, where you're not completely sure it's gonna rain, but you want to stay safe at the same time. It's easy to just pop a foldable umbrella into your handbag and then you can bring it out if it starts raining or if it just starts drizzling. So that's definitely another must, something that it's easy to bring with you so you can stay dry. I know it's a total no-brainer, I don't even need to mention it, but I just wanted to anyway. The next thing that I want to mention is a hat, especially a beanie or a Baker Boy cap. Let me just see if I can find my beanie in this pile. There it is. So this is just a basic black beanie. I've had this for years. I don't even know where it's from, actually. It's from H&M, I can see. Bought this many years ago. It's looking very the surface of the hat has started to peel. I definitely need to give it like a round with my cashmere comb. I think that can kind of get rid of all of these little bubbles on the surface of the hat. So I might do that actually after filming this video so it looks nice and smooth again. Anyway, I have this beanie and I wear it a lot, especially during this time of year where it's super windy and rainy, because it kind of keeps my hair in place. It looks kind of cute at the same time, and yeah, mainly because it keeps my hair in place, and I hate it when my hair is just lashing in on my face if it's really windy. And I wear my hair down a lot of the time, so it's nice to be able to keep my hair in place with a cute beanie like this. Definitely also kind of a chic element to throw into your looks, especially also if you're just wearing a wool coat, or you know, if you're wearing a blazer with a jumper, then adding a beanie is just such a cute little touch to any look, I think. So definitely a must for me as well when it comes to dressing practical but looking chic. The final thing that I want to mention is something that is kind of bicycle related, and it's because I've been sharing the fact that we bought a cargo bike over the summer. When we've been out about on the cargo bike, I've been sharing it on my stories. I've also been featuring it in a couple of vlogs over the summer. We always bring Oscar with us when we're out on the cargo bike. That's actually one of the main reasons why we bought it. We wanted to be able to take him with us when we're out and about and we don't want to take the car, which is just so nice. I love that bike. It's one of the best investments we've made this summer, besides our new house, of course. Love that bike so much. We haven't been able to ride it all that much the last couple of weeks because it's just been raining so much, but definitely want to use it more. Obviously, when you're out and about on your bike, safety comes first, and I would highly recommend investing in a helmet or something to keep your head safe. And I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like a pet peeve for many of us to wear a helmet because we feel like we look like dorks. I think that's kind of like the main reason, or it will ruin our hair, something like that. So I've been wearing a helmet for years. And the helmet that I have is this black one. This is actually sort of like a skater helmet. It's just completely black. It doesn't have too many details. It's from a brand called Bell, which I don't know if this is specifically sustainably made or not, but it's just a great investment. I've had this for years. I don't know, like 6 or 7 years. It obviously has some scratches here and there, but it lasts really well. It looks great, still has some great years in it. It's tricky to look chic in a helmet, but definitely I would say going for something like this is kind of like a chic version of a helmet because it's just so simple. I often wear sunglasses with it, so I feel like that definitely adds to the chicness. So that's another great tip. If you're wearing a helmet, put on a pair of sunglasses. Up your chic game a bit. If it's not raining, I will wear something like a jumper, my biker jacket, a pair of jeans and a pair of sneakers, and then put on a pair of sunglasses and then add my helmet, which obviously, again, it looks kind of dorky, but I feel like it's not the most ugly helmet on the planet. And I think that sometimes we also just need to get over ourselves. Safety comes first, obviously, and that's just the way it is. But this is definitely something that I can highly recommend if you want something that looks a bit more chic. If you're not into helmets, I know that a lot of people, especially in Copenhagen, have started wearing those collars that you kind of like close around your neck. And then they're actually sort of an airbag. So if you fall over or, you know, it can sort of feel and detect if something happens, and then it will release an airbag to protect your head. I think for me, I would be kind of like paranoid that it would just like suddenly pop open. Obviously it's tested and there's like a lot of science behind that. So if you're worrying about your hair and that's kind of like what keeps you from wearing a helmet when you're on your bicycle, then that might be the solution for you. Also, if you just feel like you look dorky with a helmet and you just don't want to wear it, that could again be a solution for you. So I think that's all of the tips that I had on dressing practical but looking chic at the same time, especially in rainy autumn weather. If you guys have any more tips, please write them down below. If you have any brands that I should know of, write them down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as well for more fashion related content. That would make me so happy. Do make sure to follow me over on Instagram for daily outfit updates as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.